pudding snacks.
What's going on, everybody? Your boys are here back with another episode of Spoiler Boys.
Spoiler Boys!
And we are here to spoil Invincible Season 2, Episodes 1 through 4. There's a lot to talk about within these 4 episodes. They dropped a lot of stuff on us. So instead of doing the usual follow it from beginning all the way to end, we're just going to go around, just highlight the key stuff that we liked, all that kind of stuff, just have a kind of general open conversation. But the first thing I do want to ask both of you is episodes 1 through 4, where are we ranking it right now with just these 4? Jokes, how about you?
I'm at a solid 9 of these 4 episodes right now.
Okay. I'm in the exact same place you are. I'm at a solid 9 as well. What about you, Gage?
I'm teetering, bro. I don't know if it's a 9 or a 10.
I know this show is. I'm
I'm
trying to
not
wait
mad at all.
I keep it a buck. It's feeling real 10 to me right now.
What's holding you back from potentially moving it up to a 10?
I don't know. Because you know what? Here's the thing. Like, so, you know, MCU aside, who has a tendency to just like put stuff out there and then leave stuff on the cutting room floor or whatever, and just like you don't, you never get back to it, or you get it back in like some ridiculous kind of like a social media post or something like that. This show starts going in a direction in like the first episode and like kind of in the second episode, and then just never goes back to it, like at all. And like you forget. So like by the time the 4th episode ended, I was like, I thought he was doing the multiverse.
Yeah, because that's how the season opens up pretty much.
Where is Slim with the multiverse?
The whole time.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like when you really put into perspective all of what's going on. And now I'm like, y'all gonna come back and do the multiverse? Like y'all about to really like there's a whole lot that's sitting. Here's the thing. I actually feel like they're gonna pull it off. I think this joint is a 10, bro. Like as a 4 episode block.
I had nothing wrong with any of these episodes.
I'm 10, dog. I'm
feeling y'all.
And the only reason I didn't say 10 was just like I'm like, okay, this is only the 4 episodes. Like something can the bulky, but it's like
we are rating 4 episodes as the 4 episodes exist. In a like, here's 4 episodes, we're taking a hiatus. Because right now, my only issue with this show is that they're just like, we'll be back in early 2024. Who the fuck are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Don't talk to me like that. What are you talking about? What kind of ridiculousness? Like, yo, give me a date.
Facts.
Set me down on terra firma, bro. Don't just.
You gave us these 4 episodes. Don't play with us like that. And you ended it hard. Like, don't play with us like that.
Bruh.
What?
Bruh.
Like I take this whole thing off. I have a hard time
Let it rip.
finding. There's nothing wrong with this show.
No,
I don't have a single complaint, bro.
Like the seasons make me like the Mauler brothers, like more now.
Hey, listen. For a second, I was like, oh, okay, now we actually know which one is the original, which one the clone. And then it was like, well, nope, we're gonna turn that.
Yeah. He had to call him a king or something like that one too many times. Like, I'm about to murk you, Slim. I ain't got time for this. That was
too much hubris.
Too
much hubris.
No, that opening sequence though with the multiverse. Were you thrown off in the beginning? Like, what is happening here? Kind of like when it started.
slightly, but then it hit me. I forgot about the whole multiverse thing for a hot second. Because at first I was like, wait. This is not. I was kind of like where you were saying. I was like, this is not how I remember how season 1 ended.
No, it was not. But I like them showing us what it would look like if they were on the same page, him and his father. That is a terrifying sight. Like, just the way he took care of Adam Eve was disrespectful. Oh. So just paralyzed her. Just like, yeah, I'm gonna have my folks take care of her. I'll be able to look after her. She's looking, just crying like, you bastard.
His calm demeanor and the whole way he's just doing it the whole entire time. Just, I don't want to kill you, but I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah. So disrespectful.
It's very interesting what direction they're really going in when it's like every other iteration of him sided with his father. Yeah. Every other version of him sided with his father except for him.
This one.
Which is like, what is the defining factor? What do you think is going to end up being that makes, I'm going to call him our Mark. You know what I'm saying? So different, right? Like,
mother. That's what I'm leaning towards. Maybe it's his mother, him being raised by her and being, born from her. Maybe just something there in the genetics or something in her family's history.
Hey, I mean, I assume that his mother is still the same person in those other universes. You know what I'm saying? Like, but maybe his father like made it and just killed her. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say it's gonna be something. Whatever it is, it's gonna be something like super subtle, like one of those things where like you stepped on a piece of grass in the wrong way and it changes everything. Like, I feel like it could be the mother, but I feel like it's going to be something, I don't want to say so minor or insignificant, but it's just like almost like a right or wrong choice, something like that happens that makes this one of him stay good.
Could be.
Yeah, I mean, look, this show has, I mean, there's so much depth to the show and to the characters. I think that's why it works so well, right? I mean, I think that's why it works well as a comic book, but I think it works well as TV because, I mean, I'll keep it a buck. Like, the voice actors they have for this show are like killing it. Like, they're nailing it. It's just,
I didn't realize Sterling K. Brown was in this until the dude started talking. I was like, oh, I know that voice. Oh, okay. Like this, and then as we go through it, like there's other voices, just like, oh, y'all got a cast here this season.
Hey, bro, they announced
star-studded.
They announced Peter Cullen was going to be in, and I was like, man, is he going to make his voice sound any different than Optimus? Like, what is he going to do different? Nope. And that dude started talking. I was just like, oh, that's Optimus Prime.
Oh, that's Prime.
100%.
I was like, oh, that's Prime.
100%, dog. And they basically refer to him like that too, like that.
Yeah, the same. Dog. There's a part of me that kind of hopes that character ends up really truly being evil.
Oh no, like, we can talk about it. He probably is.
Because I just want to hear evil Optimus Prime out here.
If he set up my guy Alan, I'm gonna be pissed.
Hey, listen. I did not think that dude Alan was gonna get bodied like that.
That was the first time.
That's one of the beautiful things about this show.
That's the first time in season 2 where I sat on the couch. I was like, oh, like, no, not my dog.
Bruh, I said he took a couple punches, like those couple warning punches, but then when his arm got chopped off, I was like, wait, what's going on here? And then he just started losing blood, and then
once the eye came out, I was like, oh,
once the eye came out?
Done. Oh, man, not playing. Yeah, that was disrespectful. I ain't
gonna lie. At first, I thought his girl set him up. I thought it was his girl. I thought it was her for a second. I thought she was in on it. You know what I mean? Like, it just comes out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And these Viltrumites, bro. Why are these Bama's so strong, though? Like, these Bama's.
They are thorough. Like,
they're so brolic. It's out of control, dog. Yeah, bro. Like, you know, here's the thing. The show parodies so many other comic book movies, shows, comics. Like, there are moments in there that are clearly like, oh, that's the Fortress of Solitude, they little hole they go into when they hide, or like there's so much of that. It plays on those tropes so heavily, right? Like, the idea Omni-Man really is basically Superman from Injustice. Like, it's just like, yo, if he just decided, Omni-Man is all the things that make Batman so fearful. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if my man just decided, you know, what you gonna do? But then, like, by the time you get to the 4th episode, and you're like, dang, do I have to like you, dog? Because I don't want to like you, dog.
No, not supposed to, but it's like, it's seeming like you're turning the good league, you're becoming the good, but there's part of me that's still at the same time, I'm like, there's something else right now that underlying, but it seems like he is legitimately going back and realizing the errors in his ways. Oh, you dedicated, Stan.
Yeah, you dedicated, bro.
You know, so I was just like y'all in that 4th episode, like, y'all, F this dude right now with everything that was with the bombs he was dropping on Mark. I was dropping F bombs with Mark, but then, like you say, as the episode goes on, like, y'all really want me to like this dude, and he's an asshole. Oh,
like,
so crazy.
Like that trend, you know, look, it's happening real fast. You know what I'm saying? It's only 4 episodes, and my man has graduated and gone to college. So we're talking 3-4 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, from when it starts to where we are in the show, like, the time span is a good jump. You know what I mean? A good couple of jumps, right? And it's like I empathize with Mark, feeling like he has to step up because he knows what his father did. And, like, basically nobody else knows, you know what I'm saying, what his father did, but he's living with it. And that fear that he is just like him and not wanting to be like him, right? And that fear of his mother seeing that in him, right? And him feeling this need to, like, no, put me to work. I can't just go back to high school and do regular high school stuff. I'm ready to go out and do this. And really, it's this struggle, this need for him to not only prove himself to himself, and prove that he's not his father, but I also think that he knows deep down inside, if his father is telling the truth, if his father ever comes back, if they ever show up, he's not prepared to deal with it, right? And so, for all of the good that he might be able to actually do in this time frame, kind of, you know, working for the government and taking on jobs and showing up to do stuff or whatever, it's still a thing that's sitting in the back of his mind, like, this might really all be for no reason, because if they show up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a wrap. Meanwhile, bro, they do such a good job with Debbie, with, like,
what she's dealing with, how she's dealing with everything, what she's going through. Yeah.
Her guilt, her anger, her frustration, her questions about why me? Why spend 20 years with me? Did you even ever actually love me? Why didn't you just kill me? You know what I'm saying? Like, all of those things which just feel like the true emotions that I think any person would feel if they actually went through that. And, like, Sandra Oh as an actress is, like, embodying it. It's just like killing it. You know what I'm saying? Making the kind of decisions that she's making. There are so many nuances and so many offshoots of what's happening between Mark and the relationships that he has with the other heroes, the relationship that he has with his mother, the relationship that he has with the organization that his father used to work for, you know what I mean, and him stepping in there. Debbie and what she's going through, and like her relationship to like these other like spouses of superheroes, whatever. This dude Donald, and like him being like, why she act like that when she saw me? Because you died, bro. We all saw you.
I saw him.
He squeezed your back in.
The moment I saw him on screen, I sat there for a second. I was like, wait, did I not remember something? I was like, you're dead. I was like,
100%. I'm just like, oh, so you a clone?
You Coulson. The Coulson treatment out here.
He's a T-1000, bro.
Yeah.
We
saw him try to stab himself to see if he was, am I even real? He bled.
He got a little blood out there. That knife got bit at the end. I was like,
that's it. So we got questions about that going forward. Yep. But no, I can agree with you, Gage. Like that's with those first 3 episodes, I think that's my favorite part about each of those episodes is seeing how Mark is dealing with, everything between him and his father and everything. And like you said, trying to want to step up and go forward. If they come back, he's got to be the one to deal with it, what his mother's going through. I'm loving all that. Even what's going on with Adam and Eve, I like her trying to help people, but you can't just run in and do it all the time, whatever, like with the apartment building. She came up to Chicago, fixed it. Her father, yelled at her about everything. Like, no, you're not supposed to, you can't just give us a golden apple and we can go settle like life just doesn't work that way. And then we come back to find out later that he was kind of right because the building collapsed and the park collapsed because it was uneven ground and it wasn't zoned, but her rushing in to help kind of backfired on her. So we see her ending up pretty much back at home with her parents. So who knows what's going on there, but that is my favorite thing about these first 3 episodes, just seeing the characters deal with the aftermath, all that kind of stuff, and see them coming out of it on the other side. Like we finally see Debbie come out on the other side, kind of like at the end of the 4th episode. After talking with
or so we think, right? Like I don't.
That's what I said. It seems like she's come through and getting rid of his old books, which apparently going to come into play the next 4 episodes at some point.
Get those back.
I feel you don't know what that means, but like, here's the thing: we talk so many times on Spoiler Boys, on Weekly or whatever it is about comic books, superheroes, what makes a good villain, why, you know what I mean? And it's always the human part of them, the part of them that we're able to relate to as readers. You can't really relate to the invincible part of Invincible, right? You can relate to the 17 or 18-year-old part of him. You can relate to the interracial dating part of him. You can relate to the going off to college part of him, and even the like, hey dog, am I gonna kill her if we lay down here right now? Like
I was thinking that, like
for her.
No, I was thinking the Spider-Man comic where he did that to Mary Jane. I was just like, ooh, no.
It's those, again, that's what makes the show so good. Like a lot of people talk about, it's easy to talk about and see the violence and the fact that it's mature. And I love that they are like literally going after mature themes. But those mature themes are also adult human themes. They're the same kind of themes. It doesn't necessarily need to be about the violence. I'm here for it. Like I'm 100% here for the violence, right? Like, and the action and the fighting and the choreography. Like I'm here for all of that, right? I'm here for the music. The music in this show, bruh, it just hits. Like it's so well done. It's stupid, bruh. It's stupid. And their ability to take characters that are superhuman. You have a character in an Adam and Eve who can do anything. She can just make stuff. She can just be like, here's a gold apple. She don't even do that for herself. She's like, I can take care of my parents. I can just make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you need? Like, I got you. And that's understandable. And it is interesting to see the flip side of like, because like, there are a lot of parents who, if they had a kid that could do that, we about to live a life, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's, You know what I'm saying? It's going down. So kind of seeing that the human side of it and actually having like internal conversations about whether or not you're like, well, I mean, I gotta sold that apple, bro. What you mean?
I'm sorry. That apple.
I sold that apple, bro.
Take off.
I just like, all right, look, this
that
time,
that apple. This
no
time.
more apple.
It's already here, so might as well put it to good use.
You think you can make it a little bit bigger? Just one time.
Just a,
You know, like the idea for her of wanting to just go help people, create food and hunger, like go to Flint, fix the water. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's just like literally was apple eating.
Exactly. And then it not working out. It doesn't work out for her, not because she can't do it. It doesn't work out for her because she's 17. She's 18. She doesn't really realize to think about something like, oh, well, if that apartment building is, I can literally just, I can fix that joint like right now. Like I can do that joint in 6 seconds. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then, you know, you talk to the lady, like, I've been trying to get them to do this for like 3 years, whatever, right? And again, she has no idea about the zoning and whatever.
Yeah, as soon as the construction worker came up and said, yeah, like you don't even know if it's zoned or whatever, I was like, oh God, it's gonna fall apart.
Yeah, be something to it.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, as an adult with that kind of knowledge, right? Because she doesn't have any wisdom. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? She doesn't have any actual experience to go on. Knowing that, she could partner with somebody, like for her to partner with the city, be like, what's the issue with this? Like people are telling me it's taken 2 years, whatever. And they're like, well, it's built on uneven ground, whatever. She could have gone in and fixed the ground. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And made it so it was safe for the building to be there. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Where it is. It's not a thing she could not have fixed. It is something she could have fixed. She just didn't start from the bottom up. She didn't know to fix the foundation before fixing the top because she wasn't aware. And it's not the kind of thing she thought of. Because again, she's a child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the potential for her. Hey, Jokes, did you watch the Adam Eve movie, Joke?
I didn't watch the Adam Eve, Joke.
You are slipping.
I went straight into this. I went straight into season 2.
You just don't get it, dog.
Hey,
how
dog.
good she actually is.
Hey, dog. Let me tell you something. Listen.
That will be put on after we finish.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the fourth, like, bro. First of all, for her to be fighting Slim at the end of the joint. Oh, what is this Bama's name, young? Kill Cannon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
She's fighting this Bama Kill Cannon at the end of the joint. Like, she told them, she shows up to talk to them, and you could tell she needs somebody. And they're like, what's up? Let's go get coffee, whatever. We can skip class. She backs down. She's like, I got a place in the city. And when she says it, I'm like, what you mean you got a place in the city? She must have made like a little joint or whatever. Turns out she's staying in the old base. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, all right. This dude, Kill Cannon, breaks into the joint to steal the ore from Robot. And she's like, hey, Slim, you picked the wrong. You picked the wrong.
When she said that, Gage, I immediately thought of Adam Eve. I was like, oh, she about to beat the brakes off Slim.
And this is the thing, Joe, this you don't understand. If you watch Adam, he's the very first supervillain she fought.
Mm-hmm. I got it.
And this Bama was like, what did he say to her? Like, my name's Kill Cannon, not gets killed by a little girl cannon or something like that or whatever. She bodied that Bama, dog, when she was like 8, dog. Like she punished him. I'm like, dog, she's getting ready to dog walk this dude, right? And also, this is the first Bama to get stolen his mouth by Invincible in like the first episode of the first season. He's cannon fodder. I'm like, this is about to be dog. She's so angry and so out of practice that she can't let go, dog. And she trying to whoop him. She could have. Dog, listen.
I know
she could have glued that dude to a wall and it could have been over, bruh. Like, there's literally no reason for her to be fighting dude. She took this man to the bridge, bro. Are we going to the bridge?
I'm gonna beat the brakes off you out
I'm
here.
gonna beat the brakes off you.
Hey, please watch that joint after this joke. Please go watch that
Oh
R&B
my
special.
God.
And then you will truly get how much of a beast she is.
On the bridge, bro.
Oh,
She took Slim to the bridge and was like, I'm getting ready to. And like, it's so reckless, right? She's so like, people die again because
yeah.
she's right. It's like I don't know if it's because she missed it so bad or like
Just to jump back in, and it's like
she's just angry and yeah.
It's like trying to have that extra experience, like you said, the wisdom. Like, even though she's got the ability, she's got the capability of doing, I guess, quote unquote, the right thing. It's without taking these extra little steps in between. This is why, certain heroes, they get bodied because, what, they're trying to do the greater good thing and not just go from like A to Z.
She's having a bad day. And my man picked the worst day to go steal something from, like, I don't know, bruh. Like, but to see her start to go off, and I'm like, she's holding back. She's not even, she's playing with Slim. Like, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you. Like, she was gonna kill him, I think, to keep it a buck.
I thought it was arm. Like,
I think she was gonna end up so bull. Like, I honestly
did the
believe
rebound to the cannon. I was like, oh, that's the end of your arm.
Blow his arm off. Yeah.
I was like, that was the end.
she could have done that. This is what I'm trying to say. She could do anything, bro. Like, she don't. You understand what I'm saying? She could literally just make him so heavy he can't move. Like, she could do anything she wants. So literally, she's playing. Like, she was gonna get so angry. She was gonna end up killing him if she hadn't realized that she was putting other people in danger.
Right.
Doing what she was doing. You know what I'm saying? And so that, again, that's a whole other thread of what's going on with her and what's happening with her. Meanwhile, my man Mark just ends up completely off planet.
Gotta go to
just
space.
Got duped by Dr. Strange Dog.
Dr. Strange Dog.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, this is BS, whatever this is.
Hey, bro,
like, this is some BS.
He showed up at the door, and when it was homie, his roommate just came back, and when he sat down, he got back up underneath the gun.
That's what this can't be real moments.
Straight up.
Mark was gonna beat the brakes out that dog.
Hey, listen, he wasn't good. Hey,
real
listen,
talk.
You talking on the wrong emotion right now. It's like none.
Dog. The only. Here's the thing. Let me just. Again, they do like minor things that really put you in touch with the humanity of what's happening. So this joint shows up at his dorm, which, mind you, I don't know how they know where he is, but whatever. Shows up at his dorm. Full government. First name, last name. Mark Grayson. You know what I'm saying? Like, and listen, Mark Slim, I'm about to whoop you. Like, hey, dog, I'm about to whoop you. You're not real. But this dude literally just threw away all his toys and all his stuff he brought from home. Mm-hmm. And the only thing he kept
was that one.
Right? Was this dog and his poster. Mm-hmm. Right? And if you think about it, once you realize, because like it feels fluke no matter what. Like, once you realize, okay, this is this alien species or whatever, he's there trying, he's like, I just wanted it to be unassuming, something that wouldn't feel like a threat, whatever. When they get back to his planet and nothing's wrong, it's like,
I was like,
right, and you like, hold up, dog.
Why did you just lie?
If I get off this shit and it ain't no comments, media's falling, I'm beating the brakes off all y'all out here.
All of y'all getting it. Hey, but dog, then you see his father. And for me, that was
gonna be on site.
It was on site technically,
Yeah.
but his father, being the father he was, good father, knew that's his favorite comic book character. He's loved him since he was so little. He gave him that information. When you go look like this. This is his favorite thing. That's a thing between them as a father and son that you don't even really think about. It doesn't really hit you. But that is clearly what happened. Right? Because he's like, how else would this dude know?
To just
show up. You know what I mean? Dress this thing. His father clearly told him, like, hey. And maybe it was him kind of reminiscing over spending that time with Mark.
with him at that point.
And doing some things with Mark when he's got a new son that is purple. And, you know, it's like, okay, I remember this.
Listen, that was
the most racist. Let me tell you. Mark racist.
Hey, dog. I was so hot with Mark in that moment too. Yeah, come back here. Let's go inside. Let's talk real quick, son. Yeah, so I want to introduce you to your brother. He like you motherfucker. Like, oh my God, you did this. Hey, he was dropping F-bombs left and right. I was with him.
When the episode ended on that note, and then
yes,
right
and
back,
Invincible,
I was like,
dog, them Invincible title screens are some of my favorite, dog. When they just jump into the word like that, I love it.
I was for
sure.
So well done, bro.
At least one square punch to my man Omni Man's jaw. Like, I was just waiting for it. It just kept getting worse. Like, yeah, that's your brother, and like that's my wife.
Like,
and it's
Omni
like,
Man, just shut up.
What do you mean you just left and started a whole new family? Like, it's only been like a few months.
The disrespect. Omni Man gives no
You're grieving and you're over here doing it with a cricket. You gotta know what a crumpet is to understand cricket.
Hey, I felt Mark so much because I'd be just as hot. I would have swung on him like, come on, bro.
I don't know.
This is so disrespectful to me and my mother right now. I can't believe you, bro.
1,000,000%, dog. What this dude, listen, to hear him say to him, you called my mom a pet.
Yes. Ooh. Yeah, that hurt. And then I got you up here to help protect them. You know what I'm saying? To help me. You know, not. I want to see my son or anything like that. Can we reconcile? No, I need your help fighting me when they get here. I need your help.
No, like, you came here. You took over this place. You finally ruling. This is like your new kingdom here. Like Mark was going in. He was like, you know what? I'm leaving. He was like, hey, listen, you ain't gonna get that far. You don't know how to get back to planet Earth right now.
Man said, you can't navigate worth of nothing, bro. You stuck, dog. He said, listen, I need your help, bro.
5 minutes.
It's an incredible turn of events.
Yeah.
To have him to see that montage of him drifting, beard growing out.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And then real talk, literally contemplating suicide.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna float into this sun. You know what I mean, or whatever, and see what happens. For real, I don't even know if that joint would have killed him.
I don't think so either.
I guess it would have, but
maybe stung a little bit.
Maybe a lot. You know what I mean? But he just, but this is the thing. Again, the humanity of the Viltrumite, right? Who has been a father, has been acting as a father, does love his son. But in the first season, you get the impression by the time the first season is over that the only reason why he loves and has loved his son is because he knows that eventually, or at least he expects that eventually, his powers are going to kick in. He's now got an heir, and he's got somebody that is going to help him do exactly what it is that his purpose is supposed to be. Right? And along the way, somehow he made the mistake of falling in love. Like, he has a weakness. Him drifting through space, him not being able to give his son the final punch that would have killed him. Absolutely. Right? Because he, like, if you remember at the end of that first season, like when they're fighting and he's trying to like explain to him like, yo, in 500 years when you're still alive, what are you gonna have? Like, none of this is gonna matter. Like, none of these people will be here anyway. And his answer was, I'll still have you. And that broke him.
That messed him all the way up.
It broke him as a parent. It broke him as a human, quote unquote, right? And he couldn't do it, and he flies off, and now he's a failure as a parent. He's a failure as a Viltrumite. He's a failure as a conqueror. He's a failure as a husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of the things that he's supposed to be doing, he has literally failed at all of them. What is he supposed to do? And he knows what it means. He knows what it means that he's abandoned his post. He knows what it means that he didn't go through it. He knows what it means that he sired a son, right? Like, he knows what that means. Meaning that his only option is, I should just fly into this son
and just be done with it.
Like, why am I so weak? What is wrong with me? Is where he is mentally, right? And then, for some reason, and I'm going to tell you where I think it comes from, but for some reason, when he sees this ship, these people, these crickets, these grasshoppers, right? Like, flying uncontrollably into this sun, being drawn in by the gravity or whatever it is, and he just goes over and he grabs him and he takes him back and he saves him and he goes to fly away, right? It's instinct. He has been, the difference between him and probably any and every other Viltrumite that has existed and has gone and done their job is that he landed on a planet where there are superheroes. And in order for him to fit in and to hide his identity and who he was, he became a superhero. He spent the last 25 years saving people, doing good things, rescuing people, stopping the bad guys, putting people in jail, doing all of the things that make you a superhero, being looked up to and revered, not as a god, but as a superhero, right? And in that moment, he saw somebody in distress, and the Viltrumite didn't kick in. The superhero, the habit of, this is what I do. I go and I save people. That's what he did. And that is so much more of what the difference is between him and every other Viltrumite, right? That, as far as we know, has ever gone to conquer some place and have a post. You're supposed to show up, kill a couple people, and be like, yo, when the rest of us get here, like, for real, I can do this by myself. When the rest of us get here, just bow and let us take it. You know what I'm saying? And they don't do that. You know what I mean? He didn't do that. He went there, he fell in love, and he became a superhero. And he was gone for a lot of Mark's life because he was off saving something or doing something or whatever. And in a way, even though he knew he was faster, stronger, and better than all the rest of the heroes, fit in. You know what I mean? Like, it was a great cover. So now he's in this place where he's like, found these people, they worship him, and he's put them all in danger. And the humanity of him, the superhero in him, it made him realize, like, oh man. And he's still, like, when they show up to fight at the end of that episode, bruh, and they really show up like the three Jones from Superman 1, dog. Like, they just show up like, we came to wreck.
Oh, and they did.
And he knows that they can't, you know, like, listen, they're gonna come. We got time. We'll train. I'll get you ready.
Right. I don't know what clock time that he was on, cause
They was there by sundown. They wasn't playing.
Well, I don't think he knew that they like that whole thing that happened with Alan. Obviously, was a thing he didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was Alan going back and reporting what happened, and the mole, whoever that mole happens to be, that made it so they was able to track him and be where they were. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So quickly.
He just looks like a Viltrumite when you look at him, the way he is. I know he's in that getup or whatever. He just looks like he just has on the Viltrumite suit up underneath.
The white body suit underneath.
He about to just like rip that joint off one.
I mean, he definitely looks like it. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Like that
prime Viltrumite.
Look, man, there's some good action in this show. Every episode has something. Hey, but that last, bro,
was
that episode 4.
When Omni-Man talks to Mark during the fight, like, don't fight like a Viltrumite. You're not on Earth. You can go off up here.
You can
come on,
cut
stop
loose
playing
right now.
Hey.
You have to fight like you want to kill them because they are fighting because they want to kill you, and it's the only.
Mark,
my man said, "Hey, dog, you're holding back," and he was like, "No, I'm not. Nah, dog, nah. You gotta fight like you're trying to kill this jump, cause she trying to kill you, and if you don't kill her, we both gonna die up here.
Hey, and Mark
and your brother's gonna die."
Mark started beating the brakes off the shorty. I was like, oh, look at the combos. Oh, he got her whooped.
So he bobbing, he weaving. I said, ooh, he better than her.
When he caught, and listen, he caught her hair, and he had to end with the blade. I was like, oh, he gonna shake the shit out of you right now.
Hey, no. I was so disappointed in him for not ending her, dog. I was so disappointed in Mark. Like, dog, I wanted him so bad.
I did too.
Because
he
was cooking, bro.
He was destroying
He
shorty.
was cooking, and I was like, in my Rocky moment, like I can hear it in the background, like
I'm looking at him like, bro, if you doing that like this now, wait till you get older and stronger. Good Lord. This will be a problem. I was satisfied with how Omni-Man took her out, though.
What? 100%. I'll be honest. I thought he was going to rip that braid out the back of her scalp. When he caught that joint and like flung her the opposite direction, I thought he was just going to pull that joint. That joint was going. Dog. And here come this big, hefty black Viltrumite.
Oh, out of nowhere, dog.
Guts in hand. I was like,
I saw that. I was like, okay, Viltrumite, y'all just built different, bro. You carry your own guts.
100%,
y'all
dog.
just built too different for me.
100%.
Like, I'm sorry, I bow down, dog. I bow down.
Should have bled out by now, my dude.
He's carrying him in a shirt. Just like, all right, let's go. And
he had him like wrapped in his cape or something. Like, no.
Make sure I'm
kill somebody. Make sure you finish the job or whatever.
I thought I did.
You look dead to me, dog. Like,
right. I put a hole through your abdomen, through your back, bro, and pin you to a wall.
His hand was a bona fide blade, like how he just slipped. He just sliced dude's stomach open and just
Yeah, that's his little nonchalant, whatever move. Like, all right, they're dead. Move on.
Yeah. Dog, listen. Yeah, that joint at the end of that joint, I could watch that joint over and over. And over.
That was a clean.
That pep talk. That pep talk, dog. I never liked J. Jonah Jameson so much in my entire life, dog. Like, yeah, dog.
You fight like that Spider-Man, and you kill him right now.
Hey, dog, he told him, like, yo, listen, bro, you can beat Slim. You just scared you're gonna kill somebody.
Which right now,
you got to kill somebody.
This is what you need to do right now.
That's not a bad thing.
You see, I'm struggling over here with this one, like, and there's 3 of them. Come on, let's go.
When he dragged him out of that joint, was like, yo, we gotta go. It's 2 more. I said, ooh. I don't know, yo. I don't know. When that pep talk kicked in, dog. Because Mark was getting mollywopped. And listen, and the first time he really laid a hand on her, and she was like, "Oh yeah," like she was like, "Yeah,
yeah." Oh, you okay? Let's go.
Like, hey, listen. And here's the thing: even all that trash he was talking, like, all right, so that's your pops. We gonna see if you worthy. Cause if you worthy, you can rock with us. If you ain't worthy, I'm gonna kill you right here. That's on and popping. And when that boy, when he mollied her, she was like, "Oh yeah, yes, let's go!" Like she was amped, and that does something for me, bro. Like that whole, like, yeah, like, oh, I'm about to get, oh, we gonna get some action.
Oh, and they lived up to it.
Yeah,
this is what I'm waiting for. Listen, dog, I'm waiting for this dude Mark to haul off, bro.
So am I. So bad. So bad.
Haul off.
It's gonna be a moment when he does it for the first time and just let's go. It's gonna be something to see.
I just hate to see what that moment's gonna be.
Couple things. All right, at the end, right? All right, first of all, I knew Mark had a brother. I didn't think they was going to introduce him in the show.
I didn't know he had a brother.
They're like moving. I knew he had a brother, right? So his brother goes by Kid Omni-Man.
Okay.
His name's Oliver, the comics. He, like, look, this is the thing. I know about the comics because I, like, have dabbled. But because of the show, I, like, refuse to read them. So, like, I know stuff,
right?
But, like, I don't read them. You know what I'm saying? But I know that his brother goes by Kid Omni-Man. And I know enough to know that he takes his brother back to Earth to be raised by his mom, to be raised by Debbie. Exactly, right? Exactly.
Yo,
bro.
What is that conversation gonna look like? Hey, mom.
Bro.
Hey, this is my brother. This is my brother from another mother.
I got something to talk to you about, mom, and it's not gonna be good.
This is my brother from my other mother.
Yeah, from my cricket stepmom or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. He basically becomes like his Robin. He's like Invincible sidekick, basically.
Okay.
And got some skills. Kid Omni-Man.
Could have just been like Kid Omni
and Man in the same joint.
I don't know how that's gonna flow. You pull up on Earth. Or, I'm Kid Omni-Man. Oh, Chicago.
You
Baby, get your little ass out of here.
That's the. So I do know that. The other thing that I know is, so you know how at the end of the joint when they was taking him away and they was like, your job now is to go back to Earth and do what his job was supposed to be.
I'm so hyped.
And we finna check on you.
I'm so
if
hyped.
You ain't right. And his father was like, read my books. Right? You see his mom packing the books up, getting rid of the books. So this is the thing. In the comics, basically, like secretly, in these books that he's been writing, he has been putting in there what the secrets are to being able to beat the Viltrumites. The answers to beating the Viltrumites are in the books.
Okay.
Kryptonite. They're kryptonite. Let's find their kryptonite.
Let's read his books so we can know so we can figure out how to take these guys down.
About to get real. But that whole thing with her being like, I don't want the money from the books. Screw the book deal. You can have them. You feel like we owe you something, or you want us to feel like we owe you something. It's a way for you to kind of keep Mark on a leash. Like that whole conversation. Like I love that whole thing with her just being like, nah, I'm out. I'm done with this. Whatever. Still, thought we come to the end of this episode, and I'm like, I know Mark told her to tell his mother he was going off world and was going to be gone for a couple months. And I ain't see near a conversation.
I don't think that conversation happened. That definitely didn't happen.
But she was out at the bar.
Yeah.
Getting screamed on. Like, oh.
So your husband was Omni-Man?
Yeah, as soon as she let that kid out of the bag, I was like, this is not going to go well.
Yeah, I didn't think.
She need to pack up and move, dog. Like, that's the thing that I feel like is going to be the thing that's going to mean that she has to get back in cahoots with Slim. after telling him she don't want nothing to do with him, she don't want his money, whatever, because
She gonna be in danger.
they the only ones that can look out. Now everybody's gonna know. Like if dude spills them beans, he told her like, don't come back. You come back, it ain't a safe space for you. You know, because for real, it's possible everyone in that group is somebody that he murdered. You know what I'm saying? It's a spouse of somebody he murdered.
That whole ring.
Very possible. Very possible.
This is what it's interesting to me because the card that she had has Morse code on the front of it. It says SOS, right? And I thought that was interesting that they had it. I don't think they ever said it, but it was on there. And I feel like maybe I missed something, but I feel like Shorty that gave the young that gave her the card.
The Russian.
That was what's her name? Spouse.
The Red Rush or whatever it is.
Yeah. I feel like she knew. She knew it was on me. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't know if that felt like a setup. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's odd. You know what I mean to me? But for real, all she had to do was keep her mouth shut, and she just couldn't. Nope. You know what I mean? All she had to do was not say. She could just not going back to the group. You know what I mean? Just walked away. Yeah. You know, and for real, I thought Slim was really hitting on her because, like, at first I felt like he was, and then I was like, okay, he's not, because he's like, there's a bar a lot of us go back to, and then when they showed them at the bar, he was the only one there.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe it's late and everybody else left, and they just still talking or whatever. But it's feeling like,
nah, you trying to?
Yeah, he tried to put it down.
Yeah, it's about to be a little action here. And my man was like, oh yeah, my wife was the green
whatever
ghost or whatever.
Something like that, green ghost or something.
And when I heard that, I was like, ooh.
Oh, he put his fist through her head.
Shorty got body. Yeah.
That was the moment where it's like, shut your mouth and say, you know what? Thanks for the drink. It's getting late. I need to go ahead and roll on out.
She tried till he started to follow her. Like, don't say it.
I mean, he came out to check on her, but that was still on her.
Yeah.
She was like, you know what? It's been a long night. There's a lot going on. You know what I mean? I just dropped my son off to college. I haven't heard back from him. You know, whatever. It seemed like it's been days. She ain't heard from Slim. And again, I feel like, I mean, they never show it, but again, it's been days. So that whole thing where they were showing like her, like trying to text him or starting to text him, and like she had a bunch of texts that didn't have any responses, and that was before he left.
Each day, yeah, that was like each day. Like, because at first I was just like, were these just like rapid fire ones? You know, she's missing them so much, she just like rapid fired these Jones. But now it's like, yeah, those don't seem like maybe there are a few like each one is a different day. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think they were all in the same day, and then she was about to text him again, and she didn't when she decided to go to the bar.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, that same night he left to go off world, and I just feel like nobody ever told her. I mean, she seems very calm about the fact that like she hasn't heard from him at this point. Like, she's doing whatever she's doing, and like maybe she knows he's off world, but she didn't seem to have a complaint or whatever. And like, it seems to me that there would have been some sort of a discussion about you let him go to some planet, you don't know where he is, you know, whatever. And him being like, I told him not to go. Matter of fact, I gave him a direct order not to go, and he went anyway. For that matter, I called him his father when he was about to go, and he went anyway.
Yeah, that made it even worse.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, look, we gotta wrap this up.
Where do you think we go from here with the next 4 episodes? Any predictions?
Well, we gotta go. We gotta go back to Angstrom. Like, I know we really didn't even talk about. I mean, this is when you said this earlier. It was like, it seems like we were starting with the whole multiverse thing, and now we've like edged out of the multiverse thing. But I feel like we're about to take a full circle. Like when Mark, I'm guessing, is gonna come back to Earth somehow, I guess. But Langstrom clearly is gonna be coming after him. So I feel like we're gonna see that. Maybe, I don't want to say the next episode, but I feel like that's got to start pretty soon to get that set up, especially if that's what like, if that inevitably is going to be the end, or I don't know if maybe that just spills over into like the next book per se or the next season. Like, I don't know exactly how that'll do, but I think we'll see Angstrom show back up.
I mean, we definitely gonna see him. I feel like we may see him at the beginning of episode 5, and then maybe kind of chronicling what's been going on with him in the meantime. Just because we kind of ended with the Maulers at the end of the last episode and kind of where they were, and him being like, yeah, now about to make a rack of clones, and you know what I'm saying, whatever. But I also feel like that could very quickly and easily backfire on Angstrom. But I also think that there's a possibility that if there's that many clones, that means that in some manner there is an army that exists on Earth that might be able to help fight off some Viltrumites when they show up.
Okay.
That's.
Do y'all think, you know, at the end when the lead Viltrumite told Mark, like, look, you're taking over your father's post, he's gonna be executed. Either kill a few humans or we're gonna come and just do it all for you. Do you think somebody close to him dies by the end of the season? And maybe his girlfriend or his best
somebody
friend?
Close to Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think somebody is, because I think that's how we're going to see him actually cut loose. Like, you know, like just whoever does it is going to be in a world of trouble.
I mean, I feel like to a certain, it does make me wonder whether or not he's going to go back to Earth immediately, or if he's going to try to go to Viltrum or something like that and try to like help his father or save it. Like, I don't have his father getting killed.
Oh yeah, because his father, like right now, his back is broke,
destroyed.
And I don't know how they heal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I assume they heal pretty quickly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, you know, I don't know. I just feel like Omni-Man's story can't just end there. They don't just take him back and then they execute him and that's all there is to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So it just seems to me like there's more to it than that, or that there's some training or something to be had. I feel like he's going to have to go back and say to them, like, listen, hey, these Bambas is coming.
They're going to take him back and it probably wipe Omni-Man's mind. And maybe he becomes like the old self. I don't know. I feel like they're going to... He's just too strong and smart of a Viltrumite, I feel like, to just end up losing like that for them. So, I don't know. I feel like they may try to do something like that. Especially if Mark fails.
There's a part of me that has getting out or getting away in some manner or something. But it also is, I'm not sure where Angstrom is, right? Because his whole thing was, I want to see all the possibilities of all the things that are going on in every universe so that I can collectively give that information to all these different multiverses, right? To all these different universes or whatever, right? And there's a part of me that feels like somewhere along those lines, these other marks that exist are going to end up realizing that there's a version of them that didn't follow that path or that didn't do, you know what I'm saying, what their father did. That there are versions of Mark out there that clearly have learned from their father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And maybe something somehow because of the multiverse, whether Mark ends up there or something like that. And it could be that like he ends up there and by the time he comes back, it's time travel, it's whatever else. And like, there's not enough time that's passed for it, but maybe he's ready, or maybe he's able to get folks, you know what I'm saying, on his side. His brother's gonna grow up quick because they age so much faster anyway. You know what I mean? If you look at how big he is, and he's like, yeah, he ain't even 6 months, but he'll pick his own name. You know, when he can talk and when he's, you know, old enough to do that. So the truth of the matter is, though, I don't know.
You know what? And remember, we still got that threat of the Martians are now coming, apparently. Like, they just threw out there, like, okay. And did nothing with it for the rest of the season. Like, okay, so that's coming, apparently, at some point.
Hey, dog, you got this strange Martian Bama that's pretending to be human, that's just on the Guardians of the Globe now, just running on a treadmill.
Eating frozen pizzas, like...
All right, listen. Some of them Bama's definitely gonna die. Them Guardians of the Globes Bama's. Some of them Bama's.
Rex gonna catch it at some point.
Rex,
He gonna be the one to live. He gonna
Rex
be the one to live.
Asshole. 24/7.
I'll be honest, man. There's a part of me that feels like Adam Eve is like one of the only people that could stop him. Like, I feel like she could finish Viltrumite easy.
Let's get a little bit more understanding and wisdom under her helmet, and then
For that, there is no wisdom. Like, listen,
if she practiced more, because like if you remember, like
exactly
in the first season, she would do stuff like put up a shield, stuff like that. But then like she would get tired. You know what I mean? Like it would take a lot out of her or whatever. But if she practiced, bro,
she's gotta make sure she don't catch a good punch or a kick.
It seems to me that she should be able to change the density of anybody around her to be as tough as they are. Or tougher.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I don't. And the way my man Mark was bobbing and weaving, bro, I was like, bro, that's going down.
Do that,
bro.
Mark.
She's a whole.
Do that from now on, Mark.
Hey, dog, was that a blade tied to her hair, or was her hair a blade?
I feel like it was her hair.
I'm gonna go with blade tied to the hair. That's what I'm gonna go with.
All right, so Jokes, you say it was her hair.
I say it was her
and
hair.
you say it was a blade tied to the hair.
It was a blade tied to the hair.
I think it's her hair.
Listen,
my man Omni-Man can use his hand as a scalpel out here. Shoot, probably use the hair the same way too.
100%. I don't know, bro.
I guess we'll find out. We'll look into it later. But are we changing our scores all the way around the 10s on this?
I'm at a 10, dog. Like this show is
like I want to wait.
It's so good that I don't care what they do next.
These first 4 episodes were executed perfectly. Like I felt like nothing was rushed. It didn't feel like at any moment this show just slowed down and like I got tired and bored of it. Dog, every character, I swear, like every possible character had some type of relevant screen time. Like I don't feel like anybody necessarily got wasted just showing up. Sorry, Alan. I know like, you got a good time. You even had you had your own opening splash screen and everything just for you to get murked in your episode.
Badly.
Yeah, you're right. Like this is a 10. Like I feel like you can't. Like there's just nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I mean, perfect way to sum it up. There's just nothing wrong with it. These first 4 episodes of season 2 of Invincible is just incredible. And I know we are desperately waiting for the next half. So, like you said, give us a date.
Dog, early 2024 could mean January, February, March, or April.
Yep. So, until next time, we just got to wait till then. But trust and believe we'll be back here once they come out and do the second half for you as well. So that's a 10 from all of us. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, that was Spoiler Boys, Invincible, Season 2, first half. Until later. Deuces.
Loading snacks.